Hello, I'm Karis Evans and welcome to Print 7 News, bringing you the latest stories from the last week in the print industry. This week, e-commerce vital to large format print, says Ricoh. Antalis on how to prepare for the PPT. Keeping the historic art of lithography alive. And a record-breaking building wrap at Bullring. First, Stuart Cobby, Inkjet Sales Manager for Industrial Print at Ricoh UK, has commented on the print industry's endurance during the pandemic. Personalised wide-format print orders saw orders for roller blinds, printed textiles and wallpapers all boom. Cobby believes that 24/7 availability and next-day delivery is crucial to winning over customers and being competitive in a digital landscape. Next, Antalis has begun preparations for the new plastic packaging tax. The company's strategy is called the 4Rs, which stands for Reduce, Reuse, Recycle and Replace. This has helped Antalis to better prepare for the tax and the costs associated with adjustments. The packaging firm hopes its advice will help other companies get ready for the tax due to take effect from April 2022. Now, lithography is a printing process which uses a stone or metal plate and a mixture of water and an oil-like substance to print onto paper and other materials. The printing method dates back to 1796, and today traditional litho studios are few and far between. We spoke to Catherine Aid, owner of the Lemonade Press in Bristol, about how she's working to keep the art alive.
Well, it started on my undergrad because I specialised in print there. And then when I went to do my MA print at UE in Bristol, I basically just fell in love with litho and wanted to just explore more about that. And I'd previously run classes in an open access studio environment, but wanted to basically get better at printing. So I went to the Kerwin studio for 2 weeks on work experience, and that led to a job afterwards. And I was at the Kerwin studio for about 6 years. And at that point, I'd already started speaking to a master printer called Andrew Purchase. He was retiring, he was in his 80s, and he wanted to pass over his graining business to somebody who would carry on supplying colleges and universities with these plates, because at the moment there isn't anybody else in the UK doing it, and if that skill and that machine basically was left, then people would have to try and get aluminium plates from America shipped in, which isn't affordable for universities and artists and so on. So I wanted to be able to support the world of litho while also having a studio attached to it where I can continue making collaborative prints and, you know, continue with my practice. Because the way I construct my own prints is more about constructing them as paintings and making lots of different painted transparent layers and combining drawn marks and painted marks, which is what lithography is just perfect for, and it kind of unites those two kinds of marks in one layer. Graining was originally part of the commercial print world, and then that kind of died a death as it was overtaken by digital. Artists kind of took it over and it became a fine art, kind of a niche process. So then fewer and fewer people needed it in the commercial world. You need to have a really good technician who knows exactly their way around controlling something in lithography in order to pass on some really decent knowledge to people so they feel confident. So there are art schools in the UK that have that, which is really great. So that's why I wanted to continue with the graining and get them to keep going with it, to have more knowledge kind of like spread outward, so more people become interested in it, and hopefully it'll become a bit more commonplace, because at the moment some people have never seen it before. They can come and use the space if they pay a membership monthly, and then they get studio access to use the equipment, because that was one of the other things when I left the MA in Bristol, because I was so focused on trying to learn as much as I could about lithography at that point. I didn't really think about if I would be able to access equipment afterwards. And there isn't anywhere in Bristol to do that, which was a bit disheartening at the time, because there's a really strong creative print scene here. So, you know, it's made sense to me to also offer my equipment to be used by other artists to come and make their editions. And yeah, so that's sort of kicking off now as the rules are relaxing with the pandemic.
And finally, wide format print company Embrace Building Wraps has been recognised with a Guinness World Record for the largest ever recorded scaffold banner, which has been installed at the famous Selfridges & Co in Birmingham's Bullring. The wrap has been created using 24 individual banners to cover the building whilst it's cleaned and painted in Selfridges' iconic Yves Klein blue paint. That's all for this week's Print 7 news, but for now you can stay up to date with all the news in the industry at printmonthly.co.uk, view much more video content over on our Print 7 News YouTube channel, or join in with the conversation on Twitter and LinkedIn. We'll see you next week.